Okay, so we remove every other pile, and that leaves us with one card, the 5 of spades. Seriously, that wasn't it? Hey Magic friends, welcome back to episode 8 of Magic Mondays, your second home. This episode we're going to get real practical. What to do when you fail. And unfortunately, chances are at some point you will fail in front of your audience. Now, I've been in Magic for quite some time and I don't think I've heard solid advice on what to do when you fail. And maybe that's on purpose. Perhaps this is something magicians should go through on their own to learn how to think on their own feet. But I don't believe that though. I think it's great to be prepared if it ever does happen. But first, let's talk about how to increase your odds of having it never happen in the first place. Pretty simple, really. Practice. Practice. Make a video and post it online. No, practice. Here's my recommendation. Once you think your trick is ready to be performed, give it 1 to 2 more weeks of thorough practice. Now, I know you might think that's overkill, but the more prepared you are, the better. And then, once you're ready to perform, only perform it in front of people that it would be okay to fail in front of. You know, your parents, siblings, relatives, or better yet, see if there's a magic club in your community and practice it in front of your new magic friends. Now, if you're not going to do that, then use a camera. And for all of you youngins out there, your camera actually makes phone calls. Call your parents. And use it to film yourself from many different angles to make sure that you have it down. Now, of course, use the trusted mirror. However, I would not rely solely on it. We as magicians have a tendency to blink whenever we're doing a certain move in front of a mirror, missing any notable tells that might be there. But I'll tell you this, it's a lot easier to practice your magic in front of more knowledgeable magicians. Not only will it help to get your moves down, but hopefully they will help you with your presentation, which is even more important than the trick. Then, once you've practiced performing it in front of many people that you trust, it's time to unleash the beast that is your magic. But guess what? Even the people that practice for years get caught. And it can happen for a variety of reasons, but here's what you need to remember in case it does. 1, try to figure out exactly where and when it happened. If you recognize where it happened and you know that it's your fault, make a note of it, practice it some more to make sure that that will never happen again. The other side of the coin is that some people just know how your tricks are done. Perhaps they've had a family member that's done magic, or they themselves have done it, and they get their rocks off calling you out in front of their date or friends because it takes the spotlight off of you and puts it on them. They're sad. And also, I think it's important to note that some people just view magic as a puzzle to be solved. Now, if that happens, just finish up your routine and leave. Until you're more comfortable and confident in dealing with those personalities, it's probably best just to avoid them. The reality is, some people just don't know how to view live magic. Remember, what they're seeing is something hopefully so great and mysterious, they've probably never experienced anything like it. You are their guide. Sometimes your audience needs to be taken by the hand and they need to be told how to react, but never in a mean way. Again, this is something you'll pick up quickly once you start performing more often. So here it is, the most important tip that I could give anyone. When you fail during a trick, be humbled by it. Seriously, your goal should only be to have fun with your audience. And that's why you do magic, right? Because it's your passion, it's fun, it's enjoyable. So put that in mind the next time you go out and perform. Your only goal is to have fun and create entertainment with your audience. And if that's how you view your performances in magic, then a failure will be easy to overcome and your audience will quickly forgive it. So your best ally here is going to be humor. And if you're a dead serious performer, as long as you go back to the most important tip, I think you'll be fine too implementing humor. Make a joke about it and quickly move on to something else hard hitting. Okay, so let's say that someone calls you out on a move that you're not currently able to squirm out of. Like, I saw you cut the cards. My card's on top, you didn't put it in the middle. I see the trapdoor mirrors. You never grabbed the coin out of the other hand, and now you're holding it in a non-relaxed way, which makes me believe that it's still in that hand. The list goes on and on. Now, here are some go-tos that you're certainly welcome to use. You know what? This is actually a regular deck of cards. I'm used to using a trick deck, so it takes me a little bit longer to warm up. Or, welcome to your magic lesson. For the next few hours, I'm going to teach you how to do every single trick I know. Or perhaps, thanks for watching again. I'm Chris Angel. Have a great night. Peace. Laugh and move on. In fact, script out some ideas that you might say that's more natural to you. I promise one day you'll be glad to have those in the back of your mind. And the last tip, and sometimes the best option, is to just ignore the comment and move on. If it's a big group and you hear someone calling you out, move on to another part of the routine or an entirely different trick. And chances are you're going to be able to quiet that person and no one will even notice. And please understand, it actually can be beneficial to fail in front of your audience. It will make you a better performer. That's a fact. It sucks, but it's a fact. Well, that's it for this episode. If you have any ideas for how to recover during a failed trick, please post it below and let's be a helpful community. Have a great week learning, performing, and practicing your magic. I'll see you next Monday. Peace.